Hello world. So what I have here is a passion fruit, and this video is going to be about growing passion fruit vines from store-bought passion fruit. So I was looking all around for passion fruit and couldn't find any of the stores in the area, and the other day I went by Sprouts and sure enough they had a bunch of them for $2 each, so I bought a few so I could experiment. So anyway, I've already removed the juice from them because I didn't want to waste them, and so there's minimal pulp on these guys here, as you can see. And the best way I found to get the rest of the pulp, there's like this little sack around them that I've seen, and it's waterproof. And so you want to rub that between your fingers to get it off. And you want all this off because the stuff that's on the seed is actually sprout inhibitor, so the seeds don't sprout inside the fruit, which wouldn't be very useful for the plant itself to perpetuate its species. And so you want to get that off so that the seed thinks it's been through a bird's intestines and it's been pooped out. You're trying to feign that a little bit. So get these things nice and clean. They don't have to be perfect. You just want to get that little sack off and any of that jelly stuff off that's sprout inhibitor. So I'm trying to get those cleaned off. So I'm going to skip forward a little bit now. I'm not going to make you watch me clean all these. So I think you get the idea here. All right, as you can see, I've got them all pretty clean. Good enough, at least, for planting. Some people recommend to let them dry. I don't recommend letting them dry. Sometimes letting them dry can cause them to never grow. This is because if the embryo dries out, it won't be viable anymore, and so even when you rehydrate them, sometimes the embryo will die. And so in order to not risk killing the embryo, I recommend not letting them dry too much. All right, so I had this about to be thrown away in the house. This is actually a case from Costco for holding muffins. So if you have any of these laying around, or if you just want to go to Costco and get one of these muffin tins, I highly recommend using that. All right, so I've added dirt and water, and after letting the water kind of go into the dirt, I added my seeds, spreading them out really as much as I could. So as you can see, this is pretty much seeds every inch or so, which might be a little bit too close, but that's okay. And then now I'm going to go outside and I'm going to sprinkle probably a 1/4 inch of dirt over the top, and I've done that and spritzed some water on. One thing I like to do is to add springtails. I know you don't have to do this part. I like springtails. Anything that I do that's very high humidity, I like to add springtails. Springtails are a little, it's kind of like an insect, but it's not an insect class. Primitive insect you can add to your terrariums or high humidity projects. And what they'll do is any mold that tries to form, they'll eat before it can become a problem. And they usually only eat detritus or mold, primarily mold. And they do bloom a little bit. If there's a lot of mold, they'll reproduce very rapidly, but then they just die off when the mold's gone. So it's very useful to use those to your benefit. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.